In the previous section, I've elaborated on the difference between quantitative and qualitative research, and I've explained what exactly constructivist grounded theory is. Before elaborating or explaining visually in the screencast my research design, I refer to the following section where I will explain or make transparent my sampling techniques. So how did I approach my research? First of all, the position or the constructivist approach starts with specific questions on the substantive area of continuing professional development, networks of practice, and Twitter. This is in contrast to the classical grounded theory that has no preconceived questions prior to the study. So before I started gathering my data, I already had some specific questions in mind, which you will find in the evidence grid. I chose to gather my data in a cascaded way. First of all, I gave the participants an assignment by asking them to create a word cloud with 5 keywords that made up for them the fundamental purpose of why and how they use Twitter in their professional practice. You'll find the assignment in the appendix. I've also listed and put those word clouds into NVivo. So the word clouds mainly had as purpose to bring into play already given a direction of the perceived values of Twitter in a professional practice. Secondly, I conducted semi-structured individual interviews with the participants individually. I took those interviews in real life or through Skype for people who were not able to meet in real life. Those two forms of data collection has led to a form of open coding. I took notes in my notebook and I created concept drawings. Drawings of keywords, notions and concepts that I related to one another with inferences. Both the word clouds and the semi-structured individuals interviews were put into a computer-assisted qualitative data analysis software NVivo. During the process of those first data collection techniques, I already started to create memos, reflecting on the process, thinking, analyzing, incubating ideas. That process of memo writing, I've done that through YouTube video logs, which you will find in the other section of this blog. The YouTube video logs made it really flexible to think about the process of memoing, very situational, ubiquitous. Whenever I was taking a walk or talking to colleagues on that, I was able to capture my notes. After a third way of gathering data was then intermediate, where I further collected data and I further investigated some literature of the direction towards the interviews were pointing. The further data collection is through a focus group and discussion group, and a survey on mindset, on growth mindset and how they cope with change. Also, the belief that concepts in the constructivist grounded theory approach are co-constructed, that is key. So therefore, my focus group and my discussion group in real life is elementary, is basic, is fundamental. In contrast to classical grounded theory, where concepts are fully and entirely discovered. So this has then led to the focused coding into NVivo. Also, the position of the literature review is somewhat different than in other research strategies. The position of the question is not if a literature review is appropriate, it is, but the question is when it is used to act as a form of data. And in my research design, this literature acts as a form of data intermediate in my process. The coding in NVivo has then led to a number of emerging categories. This has been done in a couple of phases. I had firstly some versions of emerging categories, and those categories were sorted and were fine-tuned together with the tutor and the focus group discussion. Eventually, this has led to emerging concepts of my research that has led to the core categories, which you can find further on in my research blog, in my dissertation blog, in the section Findings.